everybody. Project today we're doing is another kind of a wall plaque. And what it consists of is a bunch of embellishments that I found at Hobby Lobby and just kind of put them together and came up with this. Okay? Alrighty. Alrighty, I think we got it lined up good enough to where it's more light. Alright, it's time to stress our project and get some of the paint off of it so that we can get our rustic look going. And I always go around the edges first. I got some heavier sandpaper this time. And actually, what I did was I took the sandpaper off of my belt sander, the old sandpaper, and put it on my sanding block. And this is the first time I've ever done it, but my goodness, it's working great. Okay. Heavy, but it'll work faster this way. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're going to take that top layer of paint off. Get some wood peeking through. And you see the difference with varnishing it versus not varnishing it first, because what we're doing this time is we're doing it backwards. We're going to varnish it, well, mostly because we want to change the color, but just trying a new technique. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. Okay, that's the front. Side. Okay. Okay, the other side. And I did put 2 layers on there, just FYI. Okay. The bottom and the top are not going to be that big of a deal, but you do want the consistency. So, okay. That looks good. Of course, stressing it in the back kind of wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, but if you want to do it, you can. Okay, that's the base. Let's do this part. Just decide which side you want for the front, and I'm going to use this side here. That's our shelf. Learn as I go here. I really like this sandpaper a lot better than the other. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of that off just so that it can lay better at the back of the base. I'm gonna go ahead and take most of that off. That'll lay better. Okay. I put some elbow grease into that, boy. When you get to those sides that, the cut sides, because that paint is really embedded into the little grooves and harder to take out of there. Take some off the bottom. Okay, that looks pretty doggone good. All right. Next. Let's varnish. See how that's changing the color, the whole appearance. You don't want to leave it on too long. Just take that right off, but make sure you get all of the exposed wood, and yes, even on the back. Love that look. Trying to do this without sitting it down, but I have to. Can you see that? Let's get a little bit more on this side. One more time. Kind of sit it over here, this side, and get our other piece. I got a pretty good dip in there, so it's pretty saturated. You want to make sure that it is, because it'll take a lot to get the right kind of look on this. Okay, that looks pretty good. Hitting that one more time. Okay, guys. Now, let's wipe off the excess. This would definitely be a good spot for the plastic, but we'll be okay. We got our towel. Okay, let's see. How's that look? Pretty good? Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And our shelf. Okay, and now before we drill, I want to go ahead and determine which end is our top or bottom. We know our back. Sawtooth hanger. Okay, and measure. Measure halfway through and put see the little dot? You gotta put it there. I eyeball a lot. Okay. Get your hammer. But at your halfway point, can you see that? And then just push it in. Make sure straight. Give it a good push. And then hammer it the rest of the way. Okay. All right. All right. Get everything ready for the drilling. Now I'm going to show you my process for getting everything evened up and placement and what have you. Okay, so as far as where I want the shelf in conjunction with the board, take the shelf itself, lay it perpendicular, horizontal on the board, line it up with the bottom, and then just flip it up and then flip it back down. Okay, and then earlier I showed you my process for figuring out how to get it lined up, the dowels, because what we're going to do is we are going to drill holes to accommodate these little dowels, and I'm using the dowels just for sturdiness, okay, to make it sturdy. And in addition, I'm going to add some wood screws just because I just want it, I don't want it to fall apart, okay. So as far as the dowel placement, the way I do it is I'm going to mark where I want to drill on the shelf and where I want to drill on the board for the dowels, okay. Make sure it's lined up and hold it. And if you mark, see, that's my process. Now, you know what? You can measure and all of that if you want. That's fine. This is the way I do it. Okay? It's still going to work out fine. Okay. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. Okay? And I'm trying to get some light here. I hope you can see. It's going to be hard to see because it's dark, but see, I got the line here and the line here, line here and line here. So I can actually move this out of the way because it's just kind of in the way right now, because I'm going to drill my hole right in the middle of that line. And the same over here. Can you see, guys? Okay. Now, that's determined. See where I have this? I'm going to drill where those lines are, right in the middle. Okay? That's the next thing I'm going to do. Gotta be careful and fairly precise with this. You split your board easy. This is a wide bore gauge drill bit. Can you see? Yeah, you can. And I don't go really fast when all that hard work of painting and varnishing and cutting, and take your time with your drill because you don't want to mess it up. Okay, let me wipe all this away. Hold on. I'm not gonna worry about the sawdust. Okay, guys, now see, you got your drill holes, and you take your little dowels, little pieces of dowel, hammer it down in there on both sides. Hope you can see. I'm gonna make sure it's on camera. It's gonna be tight. It's supposed to be, because the whole purpose. It's straight. Okay, and it should accommodate. Like that. Should accommodate to the two little holes you have. See? And it does. And I just take and I don't want hammer marks on it. See? And I'm not a carpenter. That's just my process. There's more than one way to skin a cat, guys. And you know what? That is so sturdy. So sturdy. I'm not adding the screws. Nope. That came out a lot tighter than I expected. So I'm satisfied with that. However, if you're not, you can take your drill bit, okay, change it to the smaller one, because those dowels were a bigger gauge, okay, than the screws would be. And you can, and like I say, my process is different. So what I really truly do is I line it up according to where it is, and I would come right across here, okay, And this would be where I would drill the hole all the way through so that it would accommodate a screw. See? Because the screw would go through and hold it up. I don't need that. I feel real, that dowel, that was such a tight little fit that I'm going to leave it like that. But if you want to add your screws, you can. Okay? Alrighty. So, let's get ready for the next step. Okay. You're going to measure halfway between this and halfway between this. And what you come up with is going to be the spot where you're going to drill your hole for your knob. Okay? And I got it marked. And you're going to change your drill bit out to the smaller one that accommodates that screw. Okay? So here we go. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. And you drill and make sure you're straight up and down. And I think my, you see how I moved that around? I'm sure you did. But it's because my, oh no, that's good. Okay, can you see it? Okay. Now the good thing about this knob that I like, and all of them don't have it, is it has a Phillips head screw. And I don't have to try to wrestle with getting it. Can you see? Yeah. With getting it screwed in. I can use my, start it out. I think I need a wire screwdriver too, but it's not working good. I'm gonna use my hand. And you just don't want it to be too loose. You want it tight because you don't want your project falling apart. Yes, it's happened to me before in my learning stages. Actually, okay, I felt it break as far as there's a bolt under there. Okay, all right, that looks good. Okay, next step, we are through with that doggone drill. So all we have left actually is our E5000 gluing. And we'll set our candle on. These are our corners. I love these corners. And again, you have the little nails and you can nail them. I glue mine. I'm never going to conform. And what they say, you should do it this way. I'm going to do it the way that fits me. And also, that's easier, you know? As long as it's just as effective, it doesn't matter. Unless you're in it for some other reason, I don't know. But anyway, I'm squirting you can't see, I'm squirting some glue onto the card here. Okay. It's not terrible glue, but who wants glue on the hands? Okay. And popsicle stick. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, I think I'll glue the corners first. Okay. And let me make sure I'm in frame. Let's do the top. Just remember, like I said, I put quite a bit. press it down. I'm going to press it again here in a bit. This doesn't dry like the hot glue, so you got a little time to let it sit. And these 6,000 is kind of strong. Whoop. Get my towel. And one more. It's seeping out over there. We'll wipe that off in just a minute. Okay, got a little extra over there, and then I'm gonna go around and push on them. My seepage. Yeah, you want to go around and push on them. You don't want them sticking up on your project, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, now the next step is on my, when I did this the first time around, I used hot glue, and I didn't like the end look. The strings were so hard to get because they came out in between here. So we're going to use the E6000, the trusty dusty E6000. And of course that means you're going to have to be particular with your placement, because you don't want it swooping all over the place, seeping through your project. But at the same time, you definitely want to make sure that it stays where it's put. So here we go. Oh gosh, this is sticking to everything. Okay, this particular one. Yeah, let me move this so you guys can see. Can you see? Okay, be careful. Make sure you get it exactly where you want it. Okay. See that? Oh gosh, I love it. And I'll come back on camera with the candle on because I want to hang it on the wall so you can see how it looks. Trying to get this lighting right, but I think we got it. Here's our project. I'm going to move the light a little bit so you can see it really, really good. But I like it. I hope you do too. You did a good job, guys. So I'll see you next time in the next project, okay? Bye-bye.